Since it was announced earlier this year, players have been eagerly awaiting Call of Duty's first attempt at the Battle Royale genre. Blackout has finally been opened up to the public for the first time ever in the current beta, and as expected, it's incredibly popular. The mode has taken a lot of inspiration from other popular Battle Royale titles like PUBG and H1Z1, then added its own Call of Duty flavour. It's not easy to win though, so if you're struggling, take heed of our top tips for the Black Ops 4 Blackout beta.
You know me. I don't like anyone.
Dive down as soon as you jump out of the Chinook. The start of the game is the same as most Battle Royale titles. You fly over the map, jump out when you're closest to your chosen destination, then skydive as close as possible. With Blackout though, players are equipped with wingsuits that allow you to glide through the air. It's possible to fly to any corner of the map no matter where you jump from, as long as you know how. As soon as you leap off the back of the Chinook helicopter, angle yourself downwards and dive for a few seconds at around 70 meters per second. When you're about 2/3 of the way through the gorge on the right hand side of the screen, tilt upwards and glide through the air like a majestic eagle. You can fly for ages if you get it right, and as long as you don't get too close to the ground, your parachute won't deploy. As long as you pay attention to the indicator in the gorge and make sure you tilt upwards over hills and vertical terrains, you can perfect your landing spot every time. Ignore everything on the ground until you find a gun. The Blackout map isn't very big, which means each place of interest usually has a number of players at the start of each game. This means that finding a gun right at the start is more important than ever to ensure you can fight back against whoever you land with. Thankfully, guns aren't as scarce as they can be in something like PUBG, so you won't struggle too much. Just ignore all the tempting medkits and weapon attachments until you grab something you can shoot back with. Look for the blue beam of light in the sky. Veterans to the Call of Duty franchise will recognise the blue beam of light that ascends to the heavens as the marker for the mystery box, previously exclusive to the Zombies game mode. For the first time ever, it's left the undead realm and can be found in Blackout, though it works slightly differently. It still offers fantastic loot, guaranteeing a decent weapon and some level 2 or 3 armour, but you don't have to pay for it. Instead, it's guarded by a small horde of zombies. You will need to use a lot of your ammo to get rid of the brain-hungry buggers, but it's worth it in exchange for the high-end gear straight away. It's usually found near the asylum at the start of each game before it teleports away, so that's usually a good spot to land at. We do have a specific guide on how to get the ray gun if you want to go into more detail.
Exactly how we drilled it. Hotel Sierra.
Use consumable perks as you find them. Something unique to Blackout is the consumable perks you can find lying on the floor. You'll recognise a lot of them as perks from previous games like Iron Lung, Awareness and Dead Silence, but there's a few new ones thrown in too. The thing is, even with a backpack, you are limited to 10 inventory slots, and using these perks in the middle of a fight isn't particularly intuitive or quick. When you find them, most of the time you're better off using them right away, especially as they last for a good few minutes each. I advise not using them in a fight as they're purely passive bonuses, so popping them as you find them allows you to get the most out of them, especially at the start of games with perks like Dead Silence and Paranoia. Always aim for the head. Unlike PUBG, there's no helmets in Blackout. All you can find is the 3 stages of armor for protection. This means that unless someone has stage 3 armor, headshots are going to deal far more damage than just spraying at their well-protected body. It's especially important when it comes to snipers. Hitting someone in the body from long range is going to deal serious damage, but you'll never get a one-hit kill unless they're already weak. If you've got a sniper like the Koshka or the Paladin, make sure you're aiming for their head, otherwise they'll just heal up and know exactly where you are from a body shot. Use trauma kits often. Trauma kits are the best healing item in the game. They instantly take you to full health, then give you an extra boost of 50 health to take you to a total of 200. They're not that rare either, so you'll often find yourself with 2 or 3 in your inventory. If that's the case and you're still at 150 health, use one to boost yourself up to 200. It'll give you great advantage in a fight, especially if you've got stage 2 or stage 3 armor. Whoever you kill will undoubtedly be carrying healing too, so after the fight you can pop another trauma kit, then loot them and likely find another one. Or some medkits. In the end game, stick to buildings. If you're jumping into Blackout after playing a lot of Fortnite like me, it's tempting to run into the open in search of enemies. That's fine in Fortnite since you can build your own cover, but in Blackout, you're going to want to stick to buildings and behind cover as much as possible. Endgames tend to play a lot slower than you may be used to, so corner camping and peering through windows as you try to get a visual on someone is often the better play. On that same note, make sure you're checking every corner whenever you run into a building, because there's nothing worse than being sprayed in the back by someone sat behind a desk. Bloody campers. Blackout is only available until the end of the week, but unless there's any major changes when the full release comes next month, these tips should still be useful. Good luck getting that victory. As per usual, thanks for watching. If you want to view more Black Ops Blackout content, click the boxes on the left and get yourself subscribed by smashing the button in the middle. Thanks for watching.